Streamer University was a bizarre social experiment. Hello, what happened? Normally, y'all I don't really mess with, around what everybody got going on now. Your business is your business. And I know that dude, Cenat, has been going crazy. Somebody did ask me, like, yeah, did you apply for Streamer University? I'm like, bro, I think it's a great opportunity for if you can teach some people on how to improve their content, become a better streamer. Hey, I say go for it. But man, a lot of us are in a position where it's just like, man, when you working and stuff like that, it's and they put all of it on the line. A lot of these streamers, they put everything on the line for making their content. I like to be at the crib, my place of peace. I like the game. I like to just look at what's going on, keep everybody aware, and we just chilling. But for this to be an experiment of what's going on over here, because I really didn't get to watch anything that happened with it, but I am curious to know what happened at Stream University, because I heard people were applying for a Streamer University more than colleges. So it's like, what does he know that a lot of either universities or colleges don't know? I'm curious, man.
Streamer University has finally come to an end. It's safe to say it was definitely something. I mean, overall, it was just a bizarre social experiment to watch unfold. And this ranges from arenas shutting down the auditions due to overwhelming crowds.
He had that many people there? Before Frenzy, downtown Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta. Dude, it's crazy to know how many people that really want to be streamers and content creators, man. You would think that, to say, it's an overpopulated space. And here's the thing with it's just like, you found what you like to do. And if you feel as though the world, would be a better place, what you offering, what you have to offer, or however way you want to serve, or if you feel like this is your purpose, or you want to show people, your life, I say go for it, man. It's crazy though. Because with making content, I found out, man, it's just like you be in your own lane. You really are. You could be you. You can make new friends. You build up a community if you want to. If you want to go that far with it, you get the vibe out. You get to chill. You get to talk about your problems. And it's like having friends. It's the social media that we would really want to have, but not as people as social on social media, because it's different now. It's really different now because it's just to be about posting and stuff like that. But the engagement piece, most people at work, so they don't really get to engage. But when you live stream, it's a lot of just engaging with a lot of people, and I don't blame us for it, because when you get older, dude, you don't be engaging with nobody. You be like, man, I just want to work, make my money, and I'm chilling, man.
Safety concerns
but
to
look
people
at that.
getting broke and even ending up homeless just to try to get in to Streamer University. I mean, it was a little bit more than just a mess. And it wasn't just the lead up of the actual Streamer University that had bumps in the road, because once everyone had been accepted and I guess school started, things only got even more chaotic because everyone was trying to, I guess, click farm and rage bait to get one viral clip, and it just turned into a massive mess.
I actually hate you. I despise you. You want me to first put my hands in? Get off, cutting out in here.
I see you on campus, Dean. Yeah.
So naturally, a lot of these new streamers chose the obnoxious IRL streamer who causes controversy route, which, seems to get views these days, but a lot of creators might have just ended their own streaming careers before they even really started. But regardless, Cenat probably needs little to no introduction, but over...
What the heck is that behind him? Is that everybody's stream that's behind him? Dude, this man had an office with everybody that was like... No, that's not everybody. No way that's everybody. I wonder how it must have flickered between everybody. Golly! Dude, man, what an interesting... what an interesting thing that he did. Really. Because I would only assume that when he probably first started streaming, I couldn't see, maybe, but it will be hard for me to see that he was probably like, yeah, yo, I can't wait to go ahead and stream. I want to make my own streaming university and help other streamers on a global scale. That would be an interesting goal, because I don't think a lot of people with streaming and making content, there's so much of an uncertain area that you're not sure if you're going to make it. But and it's not like not a lot of people want to be like, oh yeah, I want to be the top streamer in the world. I mean, you don't want to make it that goal, but you want to go ahead and at least put yourself in a position that, okay, maybe I can make some revenue or income being a streamer and making content. And that's fair, because if you can, I don't see why not if you want to go for it. Where you have some people that are casually doing it, we just chilling out here, playing some games. It's already what I do, so I might as well stream it. So you have people with different mindsets on when it comes to streaming and making content. But man, what an interesting thing, man. Whoa.
Last couple of years, he's built a massive platform, broken the Twitch subscriber record multiple times, and launched something called Streamer University. He launched this concept in 2025 with the intention of helping to discover and cultivate the next generation of online talent. And it's safe to say it was a success. So that 3-day event was so popular with viewers that naturally, Kai brought it back again this year. Even though, after the first round, he seemed unsure due to how hectic it all was.
This wasn't the first round?
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I do not know if I'm ever gonna do this again. I know people want it, and y'all want it, and y'all want it, and y'all want it.
But I guess, hey, sometimes
he had a first streamer. He had a first streamer university? I didn't know he had a first one. Where did that happen?
Give the viewers what they want, despite the headaches that come with it. So he did it again, and this time around, it was set to be way bigger than just 3 days, and with huge names like Ludwig joining as professors.
I heard he was doing an amazing job.
Ludwig. This is a really stacked lineup.
So I mean, Kai should have probably seen the writing on the wall that this is probably going to be just as much of a circus as the first time, because I mean, from the beginning, the audition process was just complete chaos, with people just camping out for days in advance, trying to get their chance to be in front of Kai.
This is genuinely Skid Row, bro. We got cops out here. Look at this.
So
dude, they were camping out. I can't even go back.
In-person auditions were in New York, LA, and Atlanta, and all the auditions had their own sets of challenges.
We doing a whole music video out there, son. You supposed to be forming the line, bro. You can't even form the line, bro.
So one creator by the name of Alexis Riveras posted multiple videos claiming that she was unfairly removed from the line at the LA auditions.
Off campus, that way. Out. You out. Wait.
I didn't break any of the rules. I've been following all your guys' rules.
Go.
I don't know what I did to get.
Oh, this is sad.
But as it turns out, she brought her child with her to camp out and create content, despite no.
Oh! Is streaming not serious, yo? I know it's look. I get that everybody wants that. Are we at that point that we fitting to take our kids, young kids, and putting it on like that scale of like, yeah, of like I'm gonna take my kid out to camp out to get into Stream University? Was it like that?
The rules at the Streamer University.
What did they offer there?
My daughter's been with us, and she's been keeping us company.
Oh, she's
camping out for Streamer University.
All day, all night.
We haven't showered.
We haven't showered. We stink.
Anything to get Streamer University, right, guys?
Facts.
Imagine willing to bring your young child to a massive meetup of young Twitch streamers and have her camp out overnight with you outside. I mean, that is just beyond irresponsible.
Real quick, I'm not even sponsored, but shout out because he got the same. I'm pretty sure we got the same glasses, man. So if you know about the glasses, the blue light, boy, come on, man. You gotta protect them eyes, boy. Come on, man.
The desire to be internet famous is clearly just rotting people's brains so hard that they don't even consider that that might be just a little bit dangerous for your kid. Like, forget the fact that it was against their rules. That's just stupid. But the LA drama was nothing compared to what went down in Atlanta. And that's due to the fact that the State Farm Arena shut down the auditions because of safety concerns. And I mean, honestly, from looking at the footage of it, yeah, that seems like a reasonable call. I mean, we just have hordes of aspiring IRL streamers all congregating in one area. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. So some people apparently traveled from other states and put themselves in debt just to wait in line and potentially have the chance.
Did they have to pay? Did they have to pay to get themselves into the Streamer University? Was there like a fee or something? No way. Or is this just talking about like wherever they were hosting at, travel fees and them traveling? Man, talking about putting everything on the line for one opportunity and to potentially try to go viral or the network. And I get it to probably go to the network because that's normally what you do go to universities for, is a lot of it, and I wish I did when I was in college, man, a lot of it is meeting a lot of people. Like, you want to go there to meet people and make those connections, make those friends, because for in the long term, when you're done, when you graduate, a lot of people they have family members that are in positions that set them up instantly. And if you get your degree, sometimes you could go that corporate route that, yes, you look good on paper, your resume looks good, but then you got to have that experience. So then how do you get that experience? You got to do some free work. But then, and you will hope, or you get intern, and you will hope that they hire you right after that. But some people don't get hired, so therefore, you put you in a particular debt, a nasty debt, and you got to go ahead and try to, you know, figure it out, because you might end up doing a job that is not the career that you wanted. Like you search for a career, but you end up doing a job that doesn't match what you studied in college, and you'll really find yourself doing a job for the rest of your life and never tapping into that career or that space that you went to go study, and you never know what you could have done. So in my opinion, when you do go to university, what universities, and I get it with stream universities, is that you create your own major. You do what you want to do, and you go ahead and serve the masses the way that you can serve the masses. That's what I believe. What streaming, because you can serve so many people with streaming, and especially with all the monetization and stuff like that. I get it. I truly get it.
Take creators like Rain, who claimed that she was essentially homeless and was camping out in hotel lobbies until she got kicked out and had to find somewhere new to sleep.
I can see I got all my stuff with me. My tent, all the stuff I was
Bro, what, are they quitting their job?
Nowhere, like I don't know where to go. Bro.
She says that because the time and location kept changing, and she was spending so much on Ubers that I guess it was becoming unsustainable. Essentially, she was doing all of this for nothing.
Homeless, stranded, money lost, spending money on Ubers and no destination.
This can't be real. No way people are just balling out for this much. I mean, I know it was an opportunity, but are people really balling out like that?
But this may not be the opportunity for me.
And Rain obviously isn't the only person who temporarily went homeless and went into overdraft just to get a shot at the audition.
Okay.
But honestly, like, who is really
I hope
to
they're
blame
alright,
here?
man.
Bro, Kyle, you got us up, man.
Literally negative 1,500, bro. They just canceled Atlanta stream, bro. We literally came all the way out here from LA, bro. I didn't even get to talk to you the first time, Kai. We literally lost our cars, our jobs, bro, for this. Doing everything we can. You cancel it, bro. Like, bro, help us, Kai.
Help, Kai, please.
Please, bro. We literally, this is all we got, bro.
Please.
See, here's the thing about content creating, man. I could never spot if some people are like, because when you make content, man, it's content. You don't know if it's real or fake. I would hope that this is not fake, and man, it's just hard to see, man, where you have some people that put their whole like everything on the line for this one opportunity, and they're believing in it. And it's like, honestly, like with streaming, it dang near feel like trying to become a professional athlete. It's like you ain't the only one that want to be a professional athlete or put yourself in the top 10% of all the content creators and streamers out in the world. Like, how many, if I were to guess how many streamers that are out in the world right now, there has to be easily over 100 million. And I'm only saying that because, and that's sugarcoating it. I seen on Mr. Beast, the man has over 500 million subscribers. And I wouldn't think that all of them people make content, but I would say a solid bit probably do. Where like, I mean, he makes really great videos, but a lot of people take tips from that guy. And I would only assume that a lot of content creators are on there to probably even look for opportunity from that guy. But man, they were putting themselves in that type of debt. You might as well go to college,
I hope
brother.
This is rage bait, but I guess it
That's
still
what
is
I don't know.
applicable. Like, I understand following your dreams and being optimistic or delusionally confident. That's cool and all. But don't put yourself in a really bad situation just for the chance of getting some clout online. And I mean, I understand the mindset because I personally did everything I could to become a YouTuber, which included working a night shift janitor job while grinding content until I could sustain myself.
Literally.
And then moving in with 4 other roommates in rural England because I guess it was extremely cheap to live there. And I did go to the brink of homelessness multiple times, but I did also pick up minimum wage jobs to sustain myself.
That's
but
real.
never have I put myself in a position.
Look, if you're going to go ahead and try to make that transition of becoming a content creator or a live streamer and everything, man, you know, you got to do it smartly and strategically. That you just can't be like, all right, Craig's in trouble, drop everything, come quick. Because it doesn't, it's a longevity thing, man. It's a thing that you're building for the years to come. And you got to get your reps. Like, most people want that viral video, but it may take you until you're 50,000, until you make 5,000 videos. It may take that 5,000 video to become viral. So it's just like the try to seize an opportunity, because I believe that the stream university, it couldn't have been no more than a week. It couldn't have been no more than a week, maybe. I don't think it was a month, but you got potentially 5 to 7 days to potentially try to make a viral video. So yeah, I think you would probably have that option, man. If I would probably ask Stream University, I don't know if I would probably be trying to go for that viral video, because you got everybody looking for that viral video. But one thing I would do, I would be doing a whole lot of collaborations on being like, yeah, I met up with such and such, met up with such and such, met up with such, and just using their names to kind of get some people, build some momentum to your channel. I would do something like that before trying to go ahead and, you know, do God knows what to some of these top tier content creators just to get a viral clip and lose out on all opportunity. So I don't know. I mean,
where
I'm not on that level making content. I'll be honest.
To maybe stand in front of a big streamer who could potentially give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
I didn't do that to
That's
myself.
crazy that we're
Which
talking
brings
like this.
us to the auditions. Those were fascinating, to say the least. Like, I'm sure you can guess the route that lots of people kind of went, which is basically just yelling in a manic episode, I guess, and jumping on furniture, because it seems like way too many people did that.
Let's go, baby! That's that! I'm great, baby. How you doing? Different. Mr. Mance, say your man hop on over side. Get out, bruh! Get out! No, like, get out! Get out! Get out, bro! That's like, get out!
One creator by the name of Big
And you know what? I feel what the guy's doing, because people like that loudness. They like that over exaggerated reaction, responding, doing things that most people don't want to do, aren't gonna do, of just being loud. Something about being loud people like. Because let's be real. You can have somebody that could tell you the purpose of life right now. You went outside. Let's say you went outside. You had somebody on the left right now telling you the purpose of life and telling you everything that's about to happen in the next few. Or right on your right, you see a fight. People yelling, people screaming. A piece of you will be like, you'll look over at that like, purpose of what's next in the future? How should I be? But you see some screaming and some yelling, and you're like in a fight. Well, you be like, you'll gravitate toward it because it's that strange entertaining. You're like, you want to know what's going on. It's exciting. People are loud. You don't want to get, so you're like, I'm not part of the mix. I know somebody else is part of the mix, and you're just curious. Where there's just some things that when it's real quiet, and I remember, some people will be almost thinking that I couldn't play, or a lot of people that yell in their content, like, you think that they couldn't play video games in silent. They can, but you wouldn't watch that. Imagine if you just were to watch, let's say, the Burnt Peanut, because he's trending right now. I always see that guy. Imagine if he was just a peanut that just sat there and said nothing, was not loud, and made all his comebacks like he did, and just sat there as a peanut and played the game. Nobody will watch him. But the fact that he's loud, the guy is just, he's entertaining. He throws out random sounds, or if something happens in the game, I mean, he responds to it and reacts to it immediately. The guy he's really good at it. I mean, I've seen a couple of them sometimes. I've seen when he played a few games. I was watching him playing Halo. He's entertaining his head. And there's a lot of entertainers that's like that. So I get why a lot of people are loud like that. Shoot, I'm one of them. Like, I really do.
Also wanted to add some flair to it and strip in his audition, and was almost immediately thrown out.
My boy, KC3. Talk to me. Oh, KC3. Your drawers, gang? You waited that long for your drawers? I just got denied.
Yo, what is going on? Dude, there's levels to content creating, yo. What is going on? The man just had the opportunity of his life, and the first thing you thought of, I'm gonna take off. How did you come up with that as your interview?
Oh my God, where's your clothes now?
I guess his thought process was get into Kai's Streamer University auditions and go viral from that.
Yeah,
I guess because he probably understood what the odds of actually getting into the university were, and if you just went all out in the audition, that could get him some more attention. It might have been a little bit of strategic play that he had, but that's wild that he did that route. Who knows?
It was 2,000 people there. I did the same exact thing. Oh, I've been grinding. I've been doing this. Check out my Twitch. Yeah, I've been working hard. No, that's not gonna cut it, bro. That's not how the internet works, and that's not how it works, bro. We gotta do that's gonna stand out. I always been a nigga that always been different, bro.
So I guess that was one way of doing it, and others
different.
Tried to use God to guilt Kai into accepting them.
But I'm gonna tell you this right now, just like accept me if you love God. Okay.
What? What about the
What'd you say?
You don't love God.
Again, yeah, that's one way of doing it. But regardless, it seems that the people who did make it in, they had a lot to say. And they even went on as far to say it was rigged and that no one who auditioned even stood a chance.
Oh, so after exposing Streamer University, now they want to give me an acceptance letter. Now Kai's management, Kai's actual management and Kai DM me, but in order to get in, I gotta delete all the facts that I dropped. After doing all the research that I did, it come to find out 70% of these kids are kids and nephews and nieces of the people who run Twitch and are board members, people.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. You would have had to know that was gonna be like that, though. Like, of course, that's what it's like. That's why they say, man, it's not what you know, it's about who you know. We all know that. If you thought that, look, they had to get something out of it too. Let's not forget, man, like with universities, even colleges, they got to get something out of it. Not to say it like that, but it's a give and take type of thing. That if you're only offering like, yeah, man, I'm going to come to university because I want to blow up. It's like, well, okay, they're still looking at the ins and outs of, well, what can we get from you? It is what it is, man. It really, that's just how it is.
Sponsors that he has and all this for clothes and all these other things, bro. It was rigged. It's all rigged.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, that's just not true because let's be real here. Look at the numbers. Total applicants, over 1 million people. Accepted students, about 120 creators, which puts the acceptance rate below 0.012%.
The chance of you getting that thing was
Clearly,
brutal.
A whole lot of people are not going to be getting it. For context, Harvard University's acceptance rate is 4.2%. I wonder how many people use bots to send in applications. I also wonder, what if you charge like $50 to $100 per application? That would be a good way to, I guess, riddle out potential spam, make the pool a little bit smaller, and then you could use what he raised from the applications to, I don't know, book or rent this crazy school for the project. Wait, let's see.
Dude, I heard the damages that they did at the university where they at was like 10 million worth of 10 mil worth of damage. But no, next one, bro. Cat's gonna have to pay for admissions, man. Seriously. But even still, then, man, which I get, dude, is like, you know, oh yeah, it was rigged. Yeah, I don't think it was rigged or anything like that. But I do like 1 million people plus trying to apply for 120 spots. You're probably going to grab a lot of people that got that momentum or that you see is in a position that they are really growing. But I feel like it puts you in a real interesting space where if you're already at a height in your streaming career, the likelihood of you probably getting picked is like you're already in a good position. They're looking to, at least I would think the objective for Stream University is to help those that want to grow and have been in that position of putting in years worth of content but can't figure out why they're not growing. Where you have people that already are growing, but you do have some that are just a little bit over the top with growing. It's like, I don't know if we want you on a campus, you know, probably doing what you're doing. I mean, it was all a wreck, I heard, but I mean, I don't know.
To Harvard. $90. I don't know. I'm just creatively trying to think of ways to get his acceptance rate a little bit higher. Because, I mean, 0.012% is just brutal.
Yeah,
but hey, when school started, however, surprise, more people clashed, complained, and damaged their reputation, all for 15 minutes of fame or a viral clip or something like that, or just attempting to get a viral clip. I mean, watching the Streamer University was kind of like watching a school where a majority of the people there had the main character syndrome, and everything was about them and what kind of clips they could get. Because like for so many streamers, it doesn't really matter what happens on the stream as long as they can get some sort of viral clip, which is why clipping culture has made streaming so much more toxic. But someone who was at the center of some of the controversy was Lacey. And this is due to the fact that I guess he tore his ACL and was using a wheelchair to get around.
How the heck did he
Streamer
tear his
you, here
ACL?
I come! Handicap coming through! Everybody, handicap coming through!
And I'm not saying that he was the one causing problems. He did have that moment where he kissed a dude to attend a girl's sleepover or something like that. But I guess the main thing that involved Lacey that caused some controversy was actually due to the fact that people kept feeling the need to try to rip him from his wheelchair and run off with his wheelchair for content.
Something like that. Hey, bro, come on. Come on. Dean! Come on, Dean. Come on, Dean. I need it. Again,
What was that?
Dean, come on. I'm trying to... Dean.
This man has a minute.
So obviously he can still walk, but you know, one wrong move with a torn ACL and it's game over. So when university student Peibei took it a little further and started pulling his leg while he yelled for her to stop, viewers immediately started flooding her stream with criticism.
I need it. Get out. Get the out.
And then she had the nerve to try and blame him for the negative reaction, only making her just look even worse.
You're right, but you have an influence.
You can go back in the VOD.
But you can say something
and
to
guess
have
what
an
I did say?
influence.
Guess what I did say? I said, guys, don't send her hate. She didn't know. That's what I said.
But you continue to talk about it, and then when I come over here...
You have no brain. Your brain is gone.
Look at those cameras, man. Did y'all see all the cameras that is still making content, yo? That's what's crazy, man. Like, you would think some conversations, bro, that you want to kind of have in private. But Cats is like, nah, keep that camera rolling no matter about all means. Like, boy, all them cats. Like, cameras right now watching this full conversation of, like, we're going to see how this play out and still trying to clip. It's wild, man. I don't know, man. The privacy of the privacy of a streamer and a content creator, I'm telling you, man, it's kind of scary. It really is, man, because there is a line that when you cross it, you know, like there's no going back. Like it could put a bad reputation where it's just being a decent human. Like it's just literally just using your head, right? Or am I tripping? Like you would have thought that, you know, like, oh, all right, this is something that's a little sensitive. Maybe I don't want to step over in that area and do that just off of just using your head. But like, nah, like Cats is like, man, if I see an opportunity to get a clip, I'm taking it. And they take it, boy. And they, man, but they got to realize that there's a receipt, boy. There's a receipt that's always due for every action that you make, man. Oh, man.
No brain. Your brain is gone.
I'm not going to apologize no more after this, though. It is what it is. Kudos with her. Rage had pulled Lacey out of his wheelchair, and I was like jokingly like, oh, let me take this nigga shoe. And I guess I was like hurting him. So I'm just apologizing because I didn't mean to. But I honestly thought like
I mean, they've been throwing him out that wheelchair, running around with his wheelchair.
What? You live streamed yourself being a moron. Why are you angry at someone else for your own actions that got you some backlash? It doesn't make sense.
It came with
but
that
another
notable I think we're probably with her. She probably thought that, you know, he was probably a little bit joking, because if you look at like for somebody to have an injury and Cat's just pulling him up out of that chair and he's cool with it, ain't really too much he can really do about it anyway. If his, you know, ACL or anything is really messed up. So I guess she was probably just thinking like, oh, it's just part of his skit to kind of, you know, I guess people feel bad or whatever the case it may be. It's part of his niche of separating himself from everybody else. But I guess she probably didn't really realize like, oh, nah, this ain't no joke. And he's actually really injured. It just happened to be that he's injured and he's happened to be on a wheelchair and he's making it do with it. And she was trying to get part of that, man. She really was. I can see.
Made themselves look like a total moron was when the streamer, the Mighty BA, pulled an allegedly $300 Pokemon card and immediately bent and tore it up, despite it belonging to his roommate, Keem.
You like Pokemon?
Yeah, I love Pokemon.
Bro, hold on. No. Yo! That's an SIR! That's an SIR! That's a big hit. No, you're bending it.
Now.
You're bending. No. That's an SIR. No. What are you doing?
What did I do?
Why would you bend this card?
Bad?
What are you doing?
I didn't know that's bad.
He bent the Jolteon SIR.
So is that bad?
Yes, bro. You can't hit this card. It's impossible to hit.
Sorry.
Oh, that is heartbreaking, man.
Here, you can take mine. Cause that was Loki. Your Jolteon because I grabbed it off your bed. I'll give you my Pokemon. How about that?
I mean, anything for the clip, I guess. Like, dude essentially just tore up a PS5. For what? Tensions between them got so bad to the point that Keem physically tackled the mighty BA, held him down on his bed, and yelled at him to stop patting his head.
Getting baited, bro. Stop it, Keem.
Wait, did he rip a hollow?
Yo, love you, Keem.
One of your fans, y'all.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, man, you can't touch somebody's head, man. That's disrespectful, man. Everybody know that's disrespectful. Don't touch nobody's top of head, man.
I mean, the whole Streamer University
That's
again
like,
is just
you can't
such
stun nobody, man.
interesting social experiment because you have a bunch of main characters live streaming every hour of the day, pretty much interacting with each other, and all of them are trying to clip farm each other. But by the end of Streamer University, the mighty BA was feeling, I guess, so down due to his perception that he got a little pep talk from Ludwig, urging him to really think about what kind of creator he wanted to be.
Today's been rough.
The past 4 days have been kind of rough.
This whole event's been pretty rough, right?
Really,
What has made it difficult? I'm sure your expectations coming in were a lot different than what you actually experienced.
What made it difficult was my actions, actually. That's what made it difficult.
So, like, how do you feel? Like, what are you going to take away? What's your plan now?
What's my plan from here is to flip it and to not do the things that I did.
Yeah, there was definitely no shortage of rage-baiting, obnoxious, poorly behaved streamers on campus. I mean, just by acting like a decent human might be the way to actually set yourself apart from the rest of this group here. Because a lot of these creators just seem to care about getting viral clips, and they weren't even considering the damage that it could really do to their own careers before, I guess, they started getting some backlash.
And you would really think that a lot of them would have been on that because you figure there was cameras literally everywhere. Like, everybody's recording everything. It didn't matter when it came to waking up, eating, brushing your teeth, walking, sleeping, conversations that's supposed to be private, things that were supposed to be private. You know, everything was, I can't imagine, you know, first of all, the electricity bill was probably 10 times what was any probably university that had ever existed. And then you figure the flashes at night were probably insane. Like, everywhere you go, you see a ring, like the little circle ring light of just people just talking at night, just chilling. And it's double the cameras. So you got 2 cameras always for one content creator conversating, and you got the other content creator conversation with that person. You got multiple lights there. Don't let it be a group, because then you got just one giant starlight just beaming. Man, so shout out anybody that is a content creator, photographer, that take photos, that do the clips, that do the videos, because I'm sure they have all those things separated. And you have some that do the selfie stick, man. But shout out to those that do be recorded, the people that make the content, because, man, they're the real stars, man, for real. Without that camera in their face, boy, what is their actions, you know? But for the world to display, because them angles matter and all of that. So shout out to them, man. Even the audio and all that stuff, it matters so much.
Kai does
Good for
kind
them.
of endorse this kind of behavior by handing out awards for things like worst behaved. Once again, just putting someone on a pedestal and giving them more attention because they were being the most disrespectful, I guess.
The worst behavior award goes to Bilzo. Get your ass up here.
I don't know. It is definitely an interesting social experiment. And Kai does this even though that he has the same complaint that people just don't know the difference between content and being disrespectful.
In my opinion, I feel like I'm going to expel somebody today. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm going to expel somebody today because I have to now set an example to make people understand that there's a difference between making content and then disrespecting.
But hey, that being said, he's already announced Streamer University 2027, except next year. Apparently it's happening in Europe. So the question then is, how many American streamers are going to be spending thousands of dollars on flights and I guess not make it and then complain next year? I guess we kind of have to wait and see. One thing I do believe is extremely important, though, is if you're one of those creators who tried to get into Streamer University and you didn't get in, please don't let that discourage you. Again, you saw the acceptance rate, 0.012%. And at the end of the day, Just make content that you're passionate about and make content that you think will be interesting for others. Keep iterating on that and do that for long enough, and eventually you'll find an audience. I feel like nothing really happens overnight in the creator space. You just kind of have to show up and make as much content as possible and do that consistently for as long as possible.
Yeah, I would say, man, there's one book in particular that any content creator should look into, man. That's Art and Fear, man. It basically is, you know, you could focus on one video, try to make it the best that you can, or you make a large quantity of videos, and over time you get better. Therefore, you have a higher chance of producing more quality content. You know, because it's just like taking a shot. Your shot's not going to be good when you first start. When you start playing basketball, it's not going to look like a good shot. But after a while, soon enough, when you shoot enough, you start to get really, really good at it. Ask Steph Curry. The guy was shooting over like, what, 1,000 shots a day? There's a reason why he's the best shooter in the world. You thought it only took one good shot that he's just going to go ahead and be out here blasting threes from half court? Nah, man, you got to get your reps in, baby. Get those reps, baby.
I've been doing
Come
YouTube
on.
full time for
Lock in.
11 years now, and I've been doing it for many more years than that. And I still kind of just feel like I'm just getting started. But I also want to give a quick shout out to both Ludwig and Agent for putting a ton of effort and making great classes for the students there, because they both dropped a whole bunch of game from their years of experience of being a full-time creator. So if you are an aspiring creator, I would heavily recommend checking out their Streamer University classes. But regardless, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video.
That's real, man. I think I'm already subscribed, man. I'm gonna subscribe to him. I'm not subscribed to him, man. Yeah, man. I think that if you're gonna go ahead and being a content creator, it's a grind. It's a grind, and I'll tell you what, man. You got to be present on when you're making your content and when you're streaming, because when you're doing it, you want the reward so bad. You want it so bad that you could almost taste it, that you know that you're gonna get it. The problem is, or not even a problem, is just you have to live out that whole process. So there's that space right in between that you gotta be present in that and see what type of character you're building, because Jim Ron, baby, it's the character that you build over time. It ain't even once you really get to probably what most people want to monetize, of getting to monetize. Yes, you want to, but it's that person you create that long way until you're able to monetize, and you look back and be like, yo, this the character I am. Like, you'll feel good today because you get to see your growth, you get to see your development, and you be like, yeah. And you'll be more than grateful to be like, yo, you get to express some good gratitude that you're in the position that you're in, because not a lot of people get to get there because they don't want to go through the proper steps of building who need to build and building ultimately that channel that people want to channel with that person that's just a good character. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Stream University. Let me know what y'all think about streaming. How far are you in streaming? Keep going, man. Keep going. I'm telling you, if you came across this, your time is coming. I promise you. It takes time, and we all in this together, man.